Andrew Tate has ruined this generation. You see, the other day I was scrolling through Instagram because I'm a total loser and I have nothing better to do. I was scrolling around and I found an account which I will link in the description. Now this guy was a 13-year-old and he was already calling himself a failure. So I wanted to see what the hell he was talking about. Because obviously I'm not the failure, so I need to see why he thinks he's a failure. He started talking about the 10 rules that he's applying to his life so that he can make $100,000 before the end of this year. And I thought to myself, man, I work at some shitty fast food place. I barely make 20K a year. So instead of congratulating him on putting in the work and putting in the effort of working every single day to try and improve his life, I went down into the comments and I commented the words, Andrew Tate has ruined this generation. Some other things that I commented were, bro made $0, bro made $10 from doing the dishes. You're 13, you shouldn't be stressed, go outside and have fun, you're just a kid. I'm sure you probably understand that I'm playing a character. I came across this kid's video and I thought it was really cool. Seeing a 13-year-old kid already realizing that if he wants to become the man that he wants to become, he better start now. So I went down into the comments to see if anyone else had thoughts like that, and I came across the comment that I read just before from losers, saying Andrew Tate has ruined this generation because young kids are trying to improve themselves. And I thought to myself, this is ridiculous. And it genuinely started to piss me off. Now, I don't comment on Instagram like ever because I cannot bring myself to join the cesspit that is the Instagram comments. But this time was different. I had to comment. So I commented. I'll pull up the exact words from my comment because I want you to see exactly what I said in the moment. Now, the account is Charlie Maswell. I believe that's how you say it. Again, it's linked down in the description so you can go and see my comments. But essentially I commented, so here's the full comment that I made. He's doing what you're scared to do, which is work hard and stay consistent. You're all weak-minded, trying to protect what little masculinity you have left by putting others down. Grow up, yet this kid's younger than you. Make it make sense. And I'm gonna read you another comment that I've just seen from some loser. You probably have more chances to win the Fortnite Cash Cup than make money by living this my little yapper. I'm not one to look at follower count, but the guy that commented that had 162 followers. The guy who he commented on's post, Charlie, has 185,000 followers. So it's ridiculous to see how many people actually think like this, because I genuinely didn't believe that people actually could think like that. I never understand how people actually think Andrew Tate's ruined a generation. I don't understand how people can genuinely believe that self-improvement is detrimental. The other comment I said was a response to a guy saying, you're 13, you shouldn't be stressed. Stressing's for when you're 16 plus. You should be outside having fun. Now, I commented something along the words of, yeah, instead of going out and drinking or wasting his weekends playing video games, he's self-improving. Life as a strong, successful man is stressful. And if that's who he wants to be, if he wants to be a strong and successful man, why, when he comes to that realization, should he allow himself not to be stressed? It's like saying, I want to be a professional video gamer, but I'll do it later because right now I'm too young. So I'm just gonna go play in the park for another year. Like, it doesn't make any sense. He knows what he wants to do, so he's working towards it. And you're trying to say, even though you know what you want to do, you're too young to do this. Since when did self-improvement have an age cap? These people live in some delusional world where they think everything that they think is correct. And this is what the internet has done. Not Andrew Tate, the internet has ruined a generation because everyone thinks that they have a valuable opinion. Just because you can share your opinion does not mean people agree with it or that it's a correct opinion. In fact, that's the definition of an opinion. It's an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not a statement. It's an opinion. And I don't normally make this sort of content, But I think I probably will start making more content like this because this is what I want to do. I want to talk about how dumb other people are. Now, I understand that, yeah, sometimes I'm not the smartest kid, but I have at least enough cognitive ability to realize that commenting hateful words on an Instagram post is literally, one, pointless, a waste of time. Two, it's spreading hate, which is sticky. Spreading hate is hatred on yourself, and that's sticky. If I'm trying to be a successful entrepreneur, why would I allow myself to be stuck to hate? And then the third thing is it's just a waste of time and energy. There's only so much time and energy you get in a day, and you're seriously, well, yeah, no, they're not. I was gonna say you're seriously choosing to spread hate, except they're not choosing. They're just in this, what a loser. Like, they've got no fucking mental ability to process what's going on. Yeah, I like this content because I can be passionate about it. And when I'm passionate about something, I enjoy talking about it because I genuinely believe, well, other people are idiots. And I do know more than them. And if you think that I'm cocky for thinking that I know more than them, it's not cockiness, it's confidence in my abilities. The average IQ of someone who comments on Instagram, especially hateful comments, it's about as much as they can bench press. So most of them can probably only bench press like 40 kgs, which is representative of their 40 IQ, which is probably the same IQ as like a freaking fish. No, fish have more IQ than a 40. But anyway, I understand who I am. I understand that I can think. I understand that I'm trying to learn to think. And it's this understanding of the, I guess it's a parabola. No, parabola is that. I guess it's the understanding of the inverse bell curve. And it's the, yes, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. The more stupid someone is, the more they think that they know everything. The smarter you get, the more you realize there is so much more that you don't know, so you start to think that you're stupid. And then it slowly starts to bring back to the more you know, the more you realize that you actually are smart. So I think that I'm about in the middle of that, where I'm pretty smart, but I don't think I'm smart. Yet I understand this fact. So I understand that I am smarter than probably the average person. And this exactly explains why people on the internet think their opinion is correct. Because they have such low IQs that they genuinely believe that they're the smartest person in the room. So they feel like everything that they say is correct. But anyway, hating on a kid for trying to self-improve is ridiculous. Again, it's not a hatred of that actual person. The people who comment don't actually hate the kid. They hate the fact that the kid is doing something that they can't do. That's what all hatred stems from. It's the fact that they can't do what they're seeing other people do, so they try and bring them down to protect their fragile masculinity. The people who comment, they don't work out, they don't learn, they don't try and start a business. All they do is drink on the weekends, party, go to work, jerk off, repeat. They have nothing to aspire for. They have nothing that they're interested in. So when they see someone else who is interested in something, the only way that they can make themselves feel better is to hate. And I understand this. So I try my very best not to comment, because I cannot bring that stickiness of hatred into my life. Because I get like this, except I feel like this is kind of a bonus, because I get to be really passionate and film an actual video where I get to express my thoughts. But I can't let that stickiness of these idiots' hatred affect me that much? Because it's sticky and it slows you down and it's gross and you can feel it. And that's the other thing. One of the most common traits that you will see from successful people is their ability to congratulate other people on their successes. So say you've got a group of people and they're in grind mode. They're working really hard, and say one of them succeeds. If a group of people hate on that one guy because that guy succeeded and they're still having to work, they're never really going to make it successful. But the people who actually congratulate that person and say, how did you make that money? What did you do differently to me so that I can replicate your success? And just in general celebrate their victory with the person who succeeded, they will actually succeed. Because they're not sticky. They're not stuck to where they are because of that hatred. They're actually able to progress with the person who's succeeding. And it's like the analogy with the crab trying to escape the barrel of crabs. All of us are a crab in the bottom of a crab barrel. If you want to escape, you'll start to swim up. Some other crabs around you will see that you're trying to escape and you're trying to be successful, and they'll go, wait, hang on, I want to come with you. And so they'll grab onto you. And then the other crabs will grab onto you too. Before you know it, you get pulled down because you cannot pull everyone up. Sometimes you gotta cut your own leg off to let the others go so that you can prevail. What I mean by cutting your leg off is by cutting off friends. People who will not support you and just want you to support them, you have to cut them off. Because if you're going to be successful, you cannot have anything holding you back. Because the more that holds you back, the less far you'll get. Like it's not really that hard of a concept to understand. Yet everyone struggles with it. Even me sometimes. I'm not perfect, no one is. But understanding this is the first step. Applying it to your life is the next step. And then you'll actually be successful. And it's like with a gambling addiction. If you don't understand that you're addicted, you'll never get over it and you'll never actually win. And again, you need to get rid of anything holding you back if you're to escape. It's like the rocket ship. When Elon Musk is trying to launch a rocket ship, he doesn't attach all these cables to it to try and drag other rocket ships up with that one rocket ship. Because it wouldn't work. The only way that one rocket ship can get up is if it propels itself and it gets up there on its own. The other thing about the rocket ship is once it starts, it doesn't stop until it escapes. The rocket ship launches and it keeps pushing and it keeps pushing until it gets to where it's going. All these other people on social media, which I've done myself personally as well. Again, I need to take responsibility for this. I've done this. I'm not perfect. But if you're trying to be successful, you're the rocket ship. You're trying to get to the moon. Success. You cannot just launch off the ground and 2 months into it go, you know, maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should just enjoy life a bit more. Maybe I should play some more video games and relax. You're just going to fall back down to the ground, crash, explode. You have to rebuild everything, set it up again, and then restart the entire launch process again. Just to get back to where you were 2 months later. And the other thing is if you're too slow. You cannot be slow. You have to be fast. The only thing that can stop gravity is speed. If I were to throw a rocket ship, I wouldn't be able to throw it that far. So it wouldn't go anywhere because gravity would pull it back down because it's moving too slowly. If I throw a little ball, I can throw it way quicker and it'll go way higher. But still, it's not quick enough to actually leave the atmosphere. If you had a rocket and it kind of just half-assed it, it only put out one of its two thrusters, it would go up and then it would fizzle out. You need to know exactly where you're going to go, work out roughly how you're going to get there, and give it everything and be quick about it. Because the quicker you are, the earlier you'll get there, the earlier you get to relax, and the less time other people have to get there as well. That's the other thing that I have to understand. There are literally millions of people who are trying to be successful. Millions and millions and millions of people trying to be successful. Except I think, I've got a few more minutes that I can just relax. The thing is, millions of other people are competing with me. I probably will never see in person with my own eyes more than 1 million people. So when I go outside, I force myself to see every single person that I pass as someone trying to compete with me. I have to do that. Because if I see everyone else around me, and I understand that they're probably not working to be successful, I'm technically lying to myself because there's millions of other people who are. So every person I see, I need to think, they're trying to outwork me. Am I going to let that happen? Are you going to let that happen? I am trying to outwork you, and you're trying to be successful. Are you going to compete with me? Because I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to buy the Lamborghini. I'm trying to buy the Ferrari. Are you trying to buy the Ferrari as well? There's only a few Ferraris that you can buy. I'm going to be one of them to buy it. Are you going to compete with me? And are you going to actually buy the Lamborghini? Are you going to have time to buy the Lamborghini? Because remember, if you're not quick enough, they'll all get bought. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.